We are going to talk about various supermarkets, but mostly we are going to talk about Nakumat, we are going to talk about Eldomat, we are going to talk about Naivas, we are going to talk about a few, we are going to talk about Ukwala, we are going to talk about Bunyala. They are somehow related to each other. Now, sizes of shops. The smallest, we can call it a canteen. Canteen. From canteen, we can say a shop. From a shop, we can say super duka. From super duka, we can say supermarket. From supermarket, we can say mall. I remember when Westgate Mall was attacked, somebody in the Western world was wondering whether a small city like Nairobi has a mall. But we have several malls. We have Junction Mall, we have Junction Mall, we have Kinatatu City, and so on and so forth. Those are different malls and found in Nairobi. But when I was growing up, we did not have even a single mall. We had the kiosks, of course, we had the shops, and then each town, each municipality came up with some super duka. Now a super duka is more of a supermarket than a shop, although it was called a super duka. So each town started two types of super dukas. They would start, one was called mattress and the other one was called mattress and another one was called blanket. Like Nakuru, we had Nakuru mattress and we had Nakuru blankets. For reasons which I believe are coincidental, all shops that were called blankets just ended that way. But when you find mattresses, Nakuru mattresses evolved to be Nakumat. Nakumat. So Naku means Nakuru, mat is mattress. There is another one in Eldoret which evolved to be Eldomat, Eldoret mattress. So you'll find that most of the shops that were called mattresses ended up to be supermarkets. But those which were called blankets just fifiared like that. Why they were called mattress and blankets, it was because they used to encourage people. You may take it to be very funny, but those days getting a mattress was a bit hard. So you would go there, sign, get a mattress, and you'd pay mdogo mdogo. You signed there, then you pay in higher purchase the mattresses. So they used to, that is how they started and they evolved. And you know, things changed. Just like I know some of us have been, who bought Kabambi in the first place, you know how Mulika Mwizi was a bit hard to buy. But nowadays, you find somebody goes to a shop and buys a smartphone straight. So things change. And you'll find that those who are born today may find it a bit hard to understand. But I'm thankful, I'm grateful to the millenniums, because I find that you understand these things, especially from me, very fast. So we had mattress and whatever, mattress and blankets. So Nakuru mattress or Nakumat expanded out of Nakuru. Their first shop in Nairobi, because I think they had so many shops, even Junction, Dagoretti Corner Junction, it used to be Nakumat. Their first shop in Nairobi, they went and opened near the bus station. You know, we had OTC bus station, so they felt that they should have a supermarket next to the bus station so that the travelers can buy things from there. But then it is 15 or 20 steps from OTC bus station. And the road that they were on is up to today still called Ukwala Road. Ukwala Road. Now, why it is called Ukwala Road, I do not know. So they opened the first Naivas supermarket in Nairobi along Ukwala Road next to OTC. So when it reached a time when they wanted to open more shops and they felt that they should do away with that supermarket next to OTC, they sold it to a family, to a company, which decided to call itself Ukwala Supermarket. Now you see how Ukwala Supermarket is related to Nakumatt? Yes. So Ukwala continued and Nakumatt continued. Then we want to talk about Bunyala Supermarket. I know the first shop I went to, the first supermarket of Ukwala I went to was in Kakamega town. But then that was after an expansion. Bunyala Supermarket had nothing to do with Bunyala as a sub-tribe or Luhya generally, but somebody wanted to open a supermarket along Bunyala Road, not very far from I nearly said City Stadium, but not very far from Nyayo Stadium. There is a road called Bunyala Road. So somebody started a supermarket there and called it Bunyala Supermarket. Lastly, let me talk about how Tuskys Supermarket is related to Nakumatt. Tuskys Supermarket, if you look at Nakumatt, Nakumatt had its symbol as an elephant. Why they decided to call it an elephant, I do not know. We people of the 60s, we are not going to the graves with the information. Where the people who are 70 years and above, they have gone with a lot of secret. They are going to the grave with a lot of secrets. Since we are 60s, we will not go with a lot of secrets. What happened is that they decided, you know, the people who are 70s, 80s, and 90s are the ones who are supposed to tell us why Nakumatt had decided to have an elephant as its symbol. When Nakumatt, there are two versions as to how Tuskys started. You know Tuskys, that is tusks, elephant tusks. But there are two versions, and both versions agree that Tuskys is related to Naivas. But there are two different versions, and I will tell you the two different versions, so that in the future we can know which of the two versions is the correct one. The first version is that the one that Tuskys insists on is that the person who started Tuskys was staying in, was it Rongai, somewhere near Nakuru, and he was so close to the Nakumatt people. And so the Nakumatt people said that they would push him, they'll really assist him kwa hali na mali until he starts his own super duka, which he started as Rongai Super Duka, and then later they called it because Naivas was just hapo kwa hapo assisting them. Then there is another version which says that you know, Moi's time, they would just grab your business. So there was a time when, during Nyayo time, that they wanted to grab Nakumatt. When they wanted to grab Nakumatt, it is said that the Nakumatt people, because they wanted to join them, and you see, you don't contribute anything, but in the profits, I contribute 2/3. I invest financially 2/3, but whatever we get, it is you to get 2/3. So the second version is that Naivas, not Naivas, the second version was that Nakumatt, when they saw that Moi people wanted, Kinakulei wanted to take it over, they felt that they should start a second one, so that when these people take over, you leave them with that supermarket and continue with the Tuskys and then you know, biashara ni customer. I can start a kiosk next to your supermarket, and everybody, all customers would run to my kiosk, and yours will turn into a kiosk, and mine will turn into a supermarket. So that is how Naivas started from Naivasha. I don't know much about it, but I think in that generation it is the only one standing. The rest have died. As I said, in Nairobi during that time, we had only a few supermarkets. The main one was Uchumi. Uchumi, where it is, I mean, opposite Jogo House, yeah. That is where Uchumi was. And then there was Ibrahim's. Ibrahim's was at the junction of Government Road and Kenyatta Avenue. Government Road today is called Moi Avenue. Before it became Moi Avenue, it used to be called Government Road, and previously it used to be called Kingsway Road. And in Adams Arcade, we also had a supermarket. So I can say that up to 1970, Nairobi did not have even 10 supermarkets. Now, even Kawangware has about 4 supermarkets. Thank you.